Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a renowned artist. Now, this artist wasn't just any painter. Oh no, his skill was legendary. People from far and wide would visit him, not just to marvel at his art, but also to soak in the atmosphere of his studio, filled with half-finished paintings, each one a testament to his creative genius. Amongst these unfinished pieces was one that held a special place, a large canvas with an almost completed painting of a majestic eagle in flight. The eagle's wings were spread wide, its eyes focused on the sun, and it was just about to touch the final brush strokes, but the artist never returned to finish it. He left the canvas leaning against the wall, a silent sentinel of his creativity. Years rolled by like the shifting sands, changing the hues of the day and the seasons. One day, a young man from the village came to the artist's now abandoned studio. His heart pounded in his chest, not because he was afraid, but because he was excited. For he had heard tales of the great artist and his legendary works. As he stepped inside, his eyes fell on a half-finished eagle painting. At that moment, something stirred within him, a feeling he couldn't quite place. It was as if the eagle, frozen in its mid-flight, was urging him to take action. The young man was an aspiring artist himself, but doubt and fear had always held him back. Looking at the unfinished masterpiece, he thought about the great artist who had dared to dream big, who had taken the risk to express himself on such a grand scale. The sight of the half-finished canvas became a mirror reflecting his own aspirations. He saw in it a reflection of himself, the colors of his own potential shining through. He picked up the brush, its bristles soft yet firm, much like the encouraging words of a mentor. The paint, still wet, was a palette of emotions, each hue a different shade of courage, hope, and inspiration. As he began to paint, filling in the spaces left by the master, he felt a sense of connection, not just to the painting, but to the artist, to his dreams and his legacy. It was as if the great artist, though absent, was standing beside him, guiding his hand, sharing his wisdom and his passion. With each stroke, the young man's confidence grew. The fear that had always crippled his creativity started to fade away. He remembered the stories of how the great artist had faced rejection and ridicule, yet had persevered. The finished painting was not just a copy of the master's work. It was a conversation between two artists across time. It was a dialogue of shared passion and purpose. When he finally stepped back to admire his work, he saw not just an eagle in flight, but a symbol of his own journey. The half-finished painting had become more than just a piece of art. It was a testament to the power of dreams, a reminder that even the greatest masterpieces start as mere outlines, and that the courage to begin is all that truly matters. As news of his painting spread, people from distant lands came to see it. They saw in it the story of the young man's courage, his dedication, and his passion. The half-finished painting had inspired not just one, but countless dreams. And so the legacy of the great artist lived on, not just in his unfinished works, but in the hearts and minds of those he had inspired to pick up a brush and dare to dream. The moral of this story is that your progress can be someone else's inspiration. Just as the sight of the half-finished eagle painting inspired the young man to pursue his dream of becoming an artist, your actions can serve as a role model for others. It is a reminder that we are all connected, and our individual journeys can inspire and shape the lives of those around us.